dude, we did this one already. Like, we already did this. Anyways, hey, what's up? My name's Ira Cross, and this is First Mic, where we talk to comics about their first time on stage. Today, we got Janaris Cain. Yeah, I'm not even gonna throw this. I already got the bullseye. That's stupid. Hit the beat. So, as you just heard, we have the wonderful and amazing Janaris.
Yes, I'm here.
So I'm diving right into it. First question. What made you get into comedy? That was for you in my memory, Brandon. No, for real. What made you get into comedy?
Okay, so I always see me on stage. I'm not gonna lie. For real, I did like school talent shows.
Word.
I thought I was gonna dance for Missy Elliott. That didn't happen. So
that's a dream, though.
it was a dream. I was like, I'm gonna dance for Missy Elliott.
Just be like, is it worth it?
Yeah. I thought that was gonna be me, but my friend said like, oh, you're funny. You got funny stories. So I'm just like, F it, let's do it.
Right.
So yeah.
I love that. Got you. Okay. So then kind of going off that a little bit, why comedy in Columbus? Like, what made you want to do comedy here?
Because I live here.
Because you live?
Because I live here. I live in Columbus. I would love to relocate, but the way that prices is set up, I don't know. So I'd rather just hop around city to city and get my name out there.
So what if you had to choose any city that you could relocate to if money was not an issue, where would you go?
West Coast. I want to go West Coast. Yeah.
Okay. So specifically LA?
LA.
Okay. Got you. What's taking you there in your brain?
One, I love the beaches.
Fair.
And it's a lot of comedy clubs. And even if it's just not comedy, it's a lot of movie scenes that you can get into, such as like short films, flicks. So I don't know. I feel like that would be a good spot.
Yeah,
Especially I like to go there like twice a year to network.
Oh, you literally just do that?
Like I randomly went to the BET Awards last year.
What was that like?
It was fun.
Okay.
I was a seat filler.
Interesting.
Yes.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Did you know people get paid for that?
Yeah, I knew that. I'm sure most people, you can get paid to fill seats.
Yeah. At the
and do your
Grammys
thing.
too. Like people do that.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, but that's hilarious. So so now I gotta ask because I'm curious. How much did they pay you for that?
Chump change.
Chump change.
Chump change. But it was just the experience. Could you see like, oh, that's such and such. That's, that was.
Yeah. Did they cover your airfare?
No, I went for fun.
Dang, they didn't even cover airfare.
I went for fun.
Anywho, got you. Okay, so you were a seat filler. But so LA would be the city that you would want to go to if you could just relocate and make your move. Got it. What other cities have you performed in?
Okay. Well, I just had a show Sunday. I was in Louisville.
Louisville. Hey, anybody watching from Louisville, you're welcome. Louisville.
Okay. I performed in LA.
Okay.
New York, New Orleans, Columbus, Cincinnati, Dayton. I feel like, and Japan. I did Japan.
Whoa, you were in Japan performing?
Yes.
What took you to Japan? Was it specifically to do a show?
It was actually my birthday trip.
Got you.
And then my friends were like, are you going to perform there? And I was like, I don't know if they have comedy clubs. So
that's a fair thought.
I had this one comedian friend. I was like, yeah, they got a comedy club there. Try it out. So I wrote them and they asked for my footage. Yeah. And I got approved.
Wow.
And then I'm performing on English night.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. So that's so interesting to me. So what city were you in then?
Tokyo.
You were in Tokyo. I was like, I figured it was probably a bigger city. It couldn't have been something small. So when you were there, was it like a normal set? Like, how was that?
I pretty much talked about my experience of Japan.
Okay.
Me taking pictures with people. I was like, oh, it made me feel like Beyonce.
Yeah, that's
Then
funny.
as soon as I went to Universal, I felt fat shame. They laughed. I said, we're out here, like, they got me feeling like a big bag of rice.
Oh, my God.
And they love it.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm apparently plus size in Japan. They kept saying no on several rides at Universal and Disney, so they gave us comp passes.
That's so funny.
So when I was making a joke of it and talking about it, they laughed.
Of course. Yeah, because they get it and they know. But that's good. I mean, I feel like when you did that, that immediately related to them. Because, I mean, you could probably do jokes that you normally might do here in Columbus, but I don't think they would hit because they have no idea what you're talking about. That's funny. So you were in Japan doing comedy. I don't think, has anybody else been in another country doing comedy, Brandon, that we've had on? I think this might be the first person. There you go. There you go. I'm not mad at, and Japan of all places. Okay, so then another question. Do you speak Japanese?
No.
Got you. You just went because it was dope and fun.
Yes.
And
then they have like an English menu, and if you order from the English menu, they charge you more. So I was using the Japanese menu and just pointing at it and using my app.
Genius.
Yeah, you're not
'Cause,
about to charge me more.
You're not going to charge me more because I don't know this language.
Yes.
Although, like, I kind of wish sometimes that would happen more often to certain Americans, but we'll move on. So you were in Japan. You've been to the West Coast, East Coast, Midwest. That's pretty dope. So, in terms of comedy in Columbus, so what do you love about or like about or care about or even dislike about comedy in Columbus? Give me details that you want to share. You don't got to get messy unless you want to get messy. I wasn't asking it to be messy.
Okay. I'm not gonna be generous with the mess today. Dang. I do feel like
you were saying you do feel like
so I do feel like if you do want to move around in comedy, I do feel like Columbus is a good start.
Okay.
Just to have like your time, your networking in. So when you do come to, I forgot. I performed in Chicago
there you
2
go.
weeks ago. But like in Chicago,
Yeah.
I feel like comedy there is more like a competition.
Sure.
So I feel
Yeah.
like you got to have your A game when you go to certain cities because people just do this. That's their 9 to 5.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially in Chicago with man, what was that club called? All Jokes Aside, that all black club that was, I forget when I think it shut down. I'm blanking, but it was like a pinnacle of comedy and being like going on that stage, you got to bring it.
You do.
And so,
yeah.
and I think, I mean, not to disregard anything you were saying, but I really think in Columbus, it's not that you don't have to bring it because you do, but it's more forgiving.
Yes.
I think. And it's less about competition and more about community. In most aspects, probably not all, because people are people. So it's less competitive. Would you say you saw the same thing, Brandon, in terms of like looking at comedy? It's less competitive here in Columbus. It's less about competition.
I'd say in some ways.
Brandon says yes. See, I told you I bring Brandon in every single time I can. I love it. It's great. For those that didn't know, Brandon made this face. I would say in some ways, AKA yes. Cool. No, I love that. So the whole point of this show is First Mic.
Okay.
Tell us about your first time on stage, whether it was your first open mic or your first like literal paid mic.
Okay. So my first open mic was at Shrunken Head.
Okay.
For those who know, that's like the OG of open mic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I bombed.
I mean,
My first night.
good.
Yeah. Then it was a girl was like, "Your booty though." And I was like, "You right. Let me get back into this joke." Seriously, I'm gonna always remember that.
Do you remember who it was?
No. It was some random girl, but she got my confidence back up. I'm like, you know what?
She brought you up.
Yes.
Respect. Respect to her for talking about booty. So what did you, have you, this is another question I like to ask when I think of it. All the jokes that you told that night, do you remember any of them and or do you tell them now differently?
Man, do I remember any of them? Probably not.
Probably not.
You know what's crazy? I used to run an open mic before I even started comedy.
Are you serious?
At Avalon.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, because I was scared to start writing because I always want to do it, but I was just nervous.
Yeah.
And then I was actually the girl on the Wildin' Out tour that came.
Okay.
When they pulled the wig off. And my friends was like, "Janaris, you got to use this. You got to start doing comedy." And I'm like, all right, F it. Let's do it.
That's
So
funny.
yes, that was me. At the
Gotcha.
family reunion, they snatched the wig off.
That is hilarious.
Yes.
Now I got to go back and watch it because I'm thinking like, when did that happen? How did that? That's too funny. Okay. So then tell me about your first paid mic then.
Paid mic.
Ooh, the face.
No, it was Money Mike.
Okay.
He's also pushed me to do comedy. I think he lives in Florida now.
Okay.
The Pelican Room.
Okay.
One of the jokes that I did, it was the reference of Beyonce. Cause you know, like F her so good, like F him so. What is it? F you so good, taking a Red Lobster,
Okay.
something like that. And I was like, dang, I ain't never had no cheddar biscuit dick, and they laughed at it because I was like, I ain't taking nobody to Red Lobster.
She said cheddar biscuit.
Yes, like I haven't experienced that to take nobody to Red Lobster.
That's hilarious.
So I'll remember that one.
Word. That's fair enough to remember that one. Cheddar biscuit. Brandon, have you ever had cheddar biscuits? Not cheddar biscuit dick, just cheddar biscuits.
I think I've been to Red Lobster, yeah.
There you go. There it is.
Enough to take somebody to Red Lobster?
Brandon's married, so the answer
Have
is
you took your wife to Red Lobster?
they not going to Red Lobster. They not going to Red Lobster. Brandon has a wonderful garden in his backyard,
okay.
and I'm actually not jealous because that like implies that I dislike him somehow. I'm just like, dang, that's dope. as he laughs in the background because he knows. He films back there. If you follow our accounts and you follow Brandon, you have seen him in his garden plenty of times. Just back there making random videos. Not even actually doing work. Just making videos because it looks cool. I am jealous. I'm jealous. Anywho, so another thing I'm gonna bring up is your first time in front of an arena. Because for those that don't know, you have done that too.
Yes, the Nationwide Arena.
So I'm gonna let you tell that one.
So the experience, you really can't see anything but the first 3 rows.
I bet.
Yeah, so everything was just pitch black. So they actually made me go on earlier.
Okay.
So my nervousness went away.
Got it.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's just go on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. No, you got to start before then though. So like, you didn't just like pop on and you walk up on stage.
I didn't just pop on. No.
So tell us about like how that started or how you ended up getting onto the show and how all that went down.
So it was a competition that Mike Epps was throwing through the radio station.
Yeah.
So a lot of comics sent in their videos, and after they sent the videos, the people that worked at the radio station voted. So then after voting range, I made it on the top 3. Then after the top 3, we competed at the Funny Bone.
Yes.
And so, yeah.
Yeah. Which, like, I mean, obviously went super well for you because you ended up being on the actual
platform.
She's kind of like underselling this. Like, she was on stage, on the same stage as Mike Epps. Who else was on that stage?
Mike Epps, Tony Roberts, TK Kirkland, Mojo Brooks, DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller, and me.
Yeah. And you were the only woman.
I know.
So, I mean, that's a big deal, too. So,
you know what was crazy? Last year, me and my friends, we made it backstage.
Okay.
Right? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I do comedy, blah, blah, blah. And so it was like a 360 moment for me.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, that is dope. So, okay, so you said, so one of the things you said that I think is interesting is you could only see past, you could see like the first 3 rows because it was just dark for the rest of that. So for those that don't know, that are watching this outside of Columbus, Nationwide Arena is huge. Like we have... Our hockey team plays there. The Columbus Blue Jackets, they play there. And this, I mean, I'm assuming it was filled.
Yeah.
Like it was filled with people. So it wasn't like it's like a small theater. It was an arena and she's performed there. So that's pretty dope. So they put you on early. How do you feel like you did? Did you bomb?
No. So Tony Roberts was like, you didn't seem nervous at all, but it was really because I was upset that I went early. The nervousness went out the window. So I'm just like, yeah, so what's up, Columbus? Like, forgetting all the nerves.
Yeah.
And so it's crazy that he said he liked that I utilized the stage, like walking back and forth. And also one of the stage managers said that too.
Yeah.
But when I'm like at the Funny Bone or other shows, they're like, oh, you walk too much. So I'm like, which one?
Huh. I feel like it's one of those things that it's like, it works for some, it doesn't work for others. And for those that it works for, you know what I mean? So I think it's also kind of like, so for me, there's so many comedians out there in the world, you can't like everybody. That is not possible. So like, there's going to be one comic that I'll be like, yo, that person is hilarious. And then somebody else might be like, no, he's terrible. And I'll be like, what do you mean? So like, that's literally how that works. It's just yucking somebody else's yum. And why would you do that? So I think it's just a style of, I think personally, if the audience responds to you, then what does it matter that you're walking around? Like,
and it's a weird way. It's my memory process.
Tell me about that. Like, how does that?
Because I feel like if I'm just standing still, like my brain is just shutting down.
Okay.
It's weird. But if I walk, I'm like, okay, this is next or this is his flow.
Got you.
It's like a weird flow system that I got going on.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has their own process. Everybody has their own systems at work for whatever they're doing in their, whether it's comedy or anything else in terms of performing. Like, I don't know if you knew this, but my full-time job is an actor. Like this will pay the bills. Brandon, I know you heard me. This will pay the bills, but right now it doesn't. So acting does. And so for me, whenever I'm practicing my lines, I have to move.
Yeah.
Like, because I feel like if I'm sitting, I can memorize them, but then when I'm actually going to perform it, like, it's not there the way I need it to be. And then I can't do, like, let's say I'm in a scene and I'm a dad changing a diaper with my lines. No dad changes their diaper like this.
Yeah.
You're moving, you're doing something, right? You know, I got to give my lines and move. So I think that's kind of a similar thought where you move and it keeps the lines fresh in your head. Well, not the lines, but your set fresh in your head. So no, I love that. I was going to say something else to you. How long have you been doing comedy, if you don't mind me asking?
I actually started, I want to say 2018, on and off.
So you're old.
When I did take a break, I was on my little traveling kick.
Okay.
I told myself once I start back, I'm going to go twice as hard. So
Fair.
I'm trying to
No, that's
keep that
fair.
going.
I love that. That's dope. Okay, so going into another kind of vein of questions, if somebody came to you, whether they're brand new to comedy or they are somebody that is thinking about getting into comedy, what advice would you give them?
I always tell people to go out and try it because everybody has their own stories, their own experience. Sometimes it's just a venting. They just want to get on stage and vent.
Word.
You know, like therapy costs.
Yeah.
So
therapy costs.
It does.
It
So it's just
costs.
easy just to, vent how you feel. I always say the comic Bible.
Okay.
Because that's what my one Money Mike got me on. He's like, get the comedian Bible.
Yeah.
Like help you to format your jokes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because most people don't have structure.
It's just who, what, when, where, yeah. You know what I'm trying to say. Who, what, where, why, and how.
Yes.
There you go.
The questions.
Yes. And
Yes.
then be a part of the Columbus comic page. So you can see the open mics, the upcoming shows, and just network.
Yeah.
Network, make friends.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, especially in this city where, like you were saying, Chicago is more competitive. Here, it's not so much that it's competitive. I mean, there's some competition, but it's not like
as intense.
Yeah. I feel like I've never been in the Chicago comedy scene, but I feel like it's maybe not cutthroat. That's probably not the right word, but like it's real. Yeah. No, I love that. That's dope. I'm gonna get into these rapid fire questions, and we're gonna take our time with them because we can.
Okay.
So, first question. Not including you, who is your favorite Columbus comic?
I'll say my top 3.
No one has said one, so you're fine.
Really?
No one. Who has said one person?
What?
Nobody.
Okay. I love Jason Banks. From seeing him from the Shrunken Head days and like now how like social media helped his platform and he's doing good. Mo Hill, he's good with networking. His comedy skills is good.
Yeah.
Then G Davis, like he also moves around from different cities and doing comedy.
Yeah, G does his thing for sure. Yeah. No, I've had at least one conversation with all those dudes at one point in time, so I definitely can attest to their dopeness. Okay, so who's your favorite comic in general, like living, gone?
I love Cat Williams.
Fair.
Mike Epps and Dave Chappelle.
Makes sense. Okay, so why Cat Williams?
Cat, I feel like he's more raw with it.
Okay. Okay.
Even though he does talk about a political standpoint sometimes, but he's more like, he's like your favorite uncle to just tell you what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just telling you what it is. And even if he's just telling you a story, it's the same energy. Okay, so then, and you also said, you said Dave Chappelle. Why Dave Chappelle?
I love Dave Chappelle from back in Comic View when he used to do his own skits. He was like one of the originals before we started doing it on Instagram. We got to give him his flowers.
Yeah.
And he's just naturally funny. I'm just mad every time he does come to Columbus. I miss him.
Yeah. Because he's like in and out.
In and out.
He doesn't play games.
Yes.
He be in and out. And then who's the third person you said?
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps.
Yes.
Why Mike Epps?
Mike Epps, he's also that cool uncle that you can just listen to and just tell you how it is.
You know what's funny is I know there are so many people that I know don't realize or didn't realize that he's from the Midwest.
Yeah.
Like he's from Indy and people don't get that. And I'm like, where do you think he was from? People think he's from like Atlanta or somewhere in the South or something. Like, nah, he's from up here. And he gives back from what I've seen.
Yeah.
The little bit of things that I've seen. So that's dope. Okay, so favorite. I'm gonna reword this a little bit, but the original question is, what's your favorite open mic in the city? But I'm gonna ask you two versions of it. One, what's your favorite open mic in the city now that's currently operating? And then what's your favorite open mic in the city just that you've ever done?
Because I don't really go to open mics.
Okay, you need to change that then.
I know I do. I hear it all the time, but a lot how I learn is from bar shows.
Okay.
Because like bar shows is harder to get people's attention at the bar. And I feel like if you grab their attention,
then you're doing something.
Yes.
Okay, so then what's your favorite bar show in the city that you've done? She wasn't expecting me to do that. I'm like Walter Cronkite. Or Barbara Walters.
You hit me with that. I did a bar show at New York before. Esco's.
Okay.
It was 2 chain spots. Not longer here.
Got you.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't ready for you to hit me with that one. But the bar shows, because you know how like people are like texting their phone or they're trying to holler at a girl.
Or they're just drinking.
Or they're drinking, you know what I'm saying? Just divorced their wife and they're not trying to listen. For real, they're not trying to listen.
Just divorced her wife. She just broke up a whole family
but
just
you
now.
know what I'm saying? Like they're not trying to listen. They're like, oh, wait a minute. That cat's actually funny. So they're going to draw that attention to you.
Yeah, and they shift their focus. Yeah, if you can do that at a bar show, agreed. That's a solid move. Okay, so then favorite open mic that you've ever done in general that you love?
Sister Lou's. I love Sister Lou's open mic. Yeah.
Yeah, at the Attic?
Yeah, it's very structured.
Yes, she don't play. She don't play, no games.
Days in advance, sign up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like her when I grow up. Maybe one day.
Yeah, I love Sister
I don't know.
Lou. She's sweetheart.
That's my own girl, for sure. How do you not? For those that, if you live in Columbus and you're watching this, make sure you go, because she's been on here too. Make sure you go to her open mic on Wednesdays at 7? 7? I think it's 7. Yeah. I should know that. But yeah, no, Sister Lou's mic is dope. And support the Attic. Support the Attic. Where was I at? Could you, okay, so this is like a series of 3, if you will. Right? All right, I'm going to shift it. Do you want me to start small or go and like start small and build up the question? Because there's one question and they're all the same question. It's just the time is different. However I feel. All right. Could you do a 20-minute special right now?
Right now?
No. Like, are you able to?
Yes.
She was about to do it. She was like,
you know what?
So you could do 20 minutes.
I can do 20.
Could you do a 30-minute special?
Yeah, with crowd work.
With crowd. Oh, I see what you did there. You're like, I could with crowd work. And a lot of pauses. Okay, so then this is a big one. Could you do an hour?
No. I'm not there yet, but it's always room for growth.
Okay.
The show that I did on Sunday, it was my cousin. He does comedy too, Jesse McDonald. You can check him out. He did an hour and a half.
Dang.
And he said I could have did more. I'm like, what? Yeah, a whole hour and a half, but it didn't feel like an hour and a half watching.
Yeah, an hour and a half. Dang.
Yeah.
That's a movie.
Yeah.
Like a regular movie. We've been talking about movies like since you got here, like the regular movie, not like, was it The Irishman? That was also like 4 hours long.
A long movie. Roots, 7 days.
Well, technically Roots is a series.
Oh, okay.
Technically. So you should break that up. But people binge watch everything now. So.
Yeah, they do.
But that's, side note, it's funny when people are like, man, that movie was too long, but we'll binge watch half of a show in a day. Like, who didn't binge watch Stranger Things?
I stayed with the series. That's my ringtone. It's been my ringtone for a couple years.
That's fair. I respect it. But I mean, like, wasn't the last season was broken up in 2 parts?
It was.
And wasn't it 4 episodes each? That's 4 hours.
Yeah.
Actually more, because some of those episodes were like a little over an hour, right?
Extra, yeah.
And people complain about like,
but then new fans start watching it because they want to know what we were talking about.
Yes. Yeah. See, but you can sit and watch long form content. You can. You just lazy. That was for Brandon because I know he's fit. That was for Brandon and for me. Anywho, so an hour would be tough. 30 is possible. 20 is, I don't want to say cake, but doable.
Doable.
Got you. Okay. So when will we see your 20-minute, 30-minute special?
When? At least by the end of this year. I want to see my face like, yeah, you're coming to see Janaris.
Okay.
By the end of this year. I gotta apply pressure. You gotta be delusional when you do this.
That's 100% true.
Yeah. Or what's the new term? You gotta be the birthday.
What is that? I'm old.
What? It's
I'm
like
older
a new
than I
term.
look.
It's just basically saying you gotta be the main character. You the main character.
Have you heard that before, Brandon?
The birthday? What? I've been hooked. It's been a whole week.
You gotta be the birthday.
You the birthday.
Got you. Okay. That goes with the same energy of saying like it's your birthday month. Do you do that, Brandon? No, it's your birthday. People do it.
I'm an adult.
Okay. Okay. Adult term. You got to be the main character. Okay. You got to believe in yourself.
That makes sense. Main character makes sense, but you got to be. Main character energy is real. Yes.
Actually, like growing up, what my dad used to have me do before going to school, look in the mirror and be like, "Oh, I know I can." So that's.
I used to do the same thing with my students because I was a teacher. I don't know if I told you that, but yeah, I taught for a while, and while I did, like every morning I had the kids make up. At the beginning of the year, they made up like their own mantra, and it was always the same, like, you know, you're positive, you're beautiful, you're great. The boys would be like, "I'm beautiful." The fuck? This is weird. I'm like, "You are beautiful." And I would look at them like so serious and they'd be like, "Okay." But yeah, just positive affirmations.
That too.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. It was actually funny. This is a random side note. One of my former students, like a month ago, her mom texted me and was like, "I want you to know that my child still says some of those same things." Not all of them, because she's like, I don't think she remembers all of them, but she does. And I was like, I'm gonna cry later. Not right now, but
So
yeah,
not right now.
not right
That's
now
cute.
because it's a text message. I can't cry for text. But no, I love that. That's dope. So next question: what is your best and or favorite way to deal with hecklers?
Okay, so I had this one heckler. It still stuck to me to this day.
Okay.
I did this joke about DL men.
Okay.
Okay, and I had to lay this joke to rest.
Hold on. Before you go more with this, we got to explain what a DL man
Okay.
is. Brandon, do you know what a DL man is? Okay, we're gonna explain this for Brandon. Everybody else, y'all, you know, right? I'm gonna let you give your version of what a DL man is, and then I'll give mine if I even need to.
It's a man that's down low. So I was in
You gotta keep
Cincinnati, and I was like, "Oh, I seen some of y'all on that DL page." That's how.
But it's not DL Hughley.
No, it's not DL Hughley,
Down low means you're essentially in the closet
and you're trying to keep it secret.
and you're trying to keep it very secret. That's what that means. It's a very African American term.
Mhm.
You see how yeah, I got real professional just now with this, so I don't hurt anybody's feelings. They're in the walk-in. The walk-in.
The walk-in closet. You did that in connect.
No,
Yes,
but the
I
fact
have.
that
The
you
walk-
said walk-in instead of the closet is hilarious to me. They're in the walk-in.
They're on a walk-in.
They got a lot of space in there to move around. Actually, I feel like a DL man, this is just a random thought, me looking at the culture of men that move that way, they don't have a lot of room to move, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
But anyways, for your preference and understanding, a DL man is an undercover
brother.
walketed man.
Yeah.
So, yes. Anyways, you were saying about DL
Okay.
man.
So yeah, when I said that, he was like, it was way back in the crowd. It was at Cincinnati's Funny Bone.
Okay.
And he's like, "You big bitch." And I was like, it felt so personal. It felt personal. And
That
I had
was
to sit there
personal.
for a second, like, I was like, I don't see you, but I hear you sound big as fuck. So we're like going back and forth. We're going back and forth,
Yo.
right? then I said, he said something like, "Call me a piggy." And I was like, I bet he's mad. He's sitting at a table full of men right now, right? The people start laughing because I didn't know. I didn't see it. And so I'm like, all right, let me squash this because I don't want you to control the room.
Right.
Like I talked about it, push you to the side because I don't want to make the night about you.
Exactly. Yes.
Because some people go to shows for that viral moment to heckle, and I think that's crazy.
I think it's tacky.
It is.
I think, to borrow a comics term, I think it's hack.
Yeah.
It's extra hack.
Yeah.
With some hack on top of it. Like that's terrible. Plus, like, you paid for this. Like even if it was a free show, you're out and you had to pay for the gas to get to where you're going. Like, no, I don't
Choose
get
it wisely.
that.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Yeah. So I'll say, like, don't ever let somebody control the room. It's your time on stage and it's your minutes. Don't let them take that. So you just do a little whoosh, all right, be done. Or just hit the like, okay, shut the fuck up. They're drunk. And then go back to you.
Yes. Yeah. And it's so easy to say that because you probably at a comedy club or somewhere where there's alcohol. Like, no, that's a good one. So our last, technically 3 questions. 2 of them are actual questions. The last one is just you finishing us off.
Okay.
Least favorite social media.
Snapchat. Snapchat's for the cheaters. It's just for cheating and memory storage.
Memory storage. Interesting. It's funny. Like, I had Snapchat for a second, like as an adult, like a grown up, because it really wasn't a thing for me as a kid. But the only reason I would use Snapchat was because I would follow like Oddly Satisfying, like in their stories. And then I would also I forget the name of the guy who did like lawn care stuff, but I would watch this man mow lawns. And I'm like, I could watch him on Instagram and Reddit. I love Reddit personally. I'm a fan of Reddit. But yeah, I'm not going to agree with you, but I'm not going to disagree with you.
Okay.
See what I did? Because
it's a sneaky app.
I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but also I hope you get caught. So Snapchat is your least favorite. What is your favorite social media?
Okay, so I'm about to break it down.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold on.
Facebook is for family.
Okay.
Your friends, your family. Then if you're promoting your show, that's who's going to see your show.
Sure. Yeah.
Making money, Instagram is your resume.
Okay.
That's how I look at Instagram.
Okay.
You treat it like your resume.
Like a portfolio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, I do comedy, or oh, I'm a DJ, or I'm a singer. I don't see it on your page.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, you got to have it laid out. Another case to make money.
Yeah.
What else? TikTok, I feel like those are people that you don't know, but they can still help you make money. You know, it's not your friends that's sharing it. It's random people. It's somebody in Utah sharing your video. You know, like, and it's helping you get your views. So I do feel like social media is beneficial if you're using it the right way.
That's fair.
Yeah.
No, that's a
you
solid.
can get either online money or help build your fan base on shows.
Yes.
You need butts and seats.
Yeah.
You know?
You need asses and seats for sure.
Because how people are like, oh, it's a popularity thing. You can't take Joe Smo. Let's say Mojo Brooks. You can't take like Mojo Brooks and be like, oh, he has nobody in the seats. You got to have a fan base. You got to have your family and friends. You got to advertise what we have. That's one click away.
Yeah. Who are you bringing? Speaking of social media, how do people find you?
At Princess Janaris or Cash App. You know, I'm trying to see Usher and Chris Brown. But no, seriously, Princess Janaris. If you a random cousin seeing this, you can find me on Facebook, Janaris Cain.
You said her whole government though. Janaris Cain.
Janaris Cain.
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
That's so funny. Spell Janaris for anybody that might have any issues.
Janaris.
It's also on her shirt. If you haven't noticed, it's on her shirt. Sweet. I love that. Well, thank you so much for being on. Thank you for taking. Yeah, of course. This is easy work to just, have this conversation. And we had messaged on Instagram. Boom. Not on Facebook, because no offense, but I'm not family. We cool, but we not family. But yeah, so thank you so much for being on. It was conversation. That's what we do. We just sit and talk about comedy, about you and comedy. Yes. So that was great. So I'm closing out. I'm doing this the right way. We got to give a shout out to Rehab Tavern, which is where we are right now. If you haven't been, come through, get a drink, enjoy yourself. John probably won't be here because John leaves early. So if you're trying to catch John, you got to come here right when they open, and he might be here. So if you really want to see John, because John is, we met John in this video earlier. You just didn't know because you didn't see the video because we're doing it right now. So yeah, John and his terrifyingness, you just heard his voice in this video. But yeah, Rehab Tavern, wonderful time, great drinks. Thank you so much for being able to hold us in this beautiful place. If you are watching, thank you for watching. If you are not watching because you're listening, thank you for listening to the podcast. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts now. It's real. And if you're watching but you haven't listened to the podcast, what are you doing? Go listen to it on a car ride. You might have missed something. Probably not, but still go do it anyway. Thank you guys so much. This is First Mike. Sweet. We did the thing, Brandon. We did it again. Cool. Yeah, we always take a photo afterwards.